this moment was almost choreographed on purpose because somebody wanted Sara to find the roster. And I'll probably put a screen cap of that like split second we see that silhouette in this room. It looks like somebody holding a hat. And who is that one person that we know wears a hat in this game? It's obviously... Welcome back to Your Turn to Rant, your source for theories and analysis on Nankatai's Your Turn to Die. I am back with another part of my Let's Replay series, where I will be going through the entirety of Your Turn to Die and analyzing, theorizing, and just generally commenting on the game as I play. So last we left off, about a month ago, we gaslit a child, met one of the floor masters, Sumaili, and also watched Mishima get barbecued. That's what you missed on Glee. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much of your time here, right? We've all been here before. We've all replayed this game several times over, I'm sure. So I don't need to summarize too much for you. So we can just jump right into it now. Okay. Very sad. Yes, he's dead. So let's go ahead and catch up with the others, see how they're feeling after this very traumatic scene. I don't know why I laughed. That was very evil of me. First up, Mr. Kai Sato. Kai is staring directly at the kitchen. You know, it could just be that he wants to cook something. He wants to cook that Eggs Benedict. I would very much like to eat it. It is locked. Perhaps there's nothing to be done. Kai? What are you plotting? Ah, now that isn't very nice. I just want to cook for everyone, that's all. That's a house husband material right there. Granted, I doubt there are any ingredients in the kitchen. Why even have a kitchen then if there aren't any, like, ingredients to cook anything? That's just evil. How stingy. Is this person really my stalker? I thought if he was a stalker, he'd be with the kidnappers. But when he hit Miley, I sensed undeniable hostility. Kai was angry. Miss Sara? Kai, are you... She's just gonna ask him, huh? You know, this game would be a lot shorter if she had just straight up asked him, are you my stalker and with the kidnappers? You know, because maybe he would have told her the truth. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Oh. Here we go. Ah. The lights. Miss Sara, are you all right? I'm fine. It may be a trap. Let us look for the switch. Yeah, let me look for the switch under this table. Something's glowing. Look closely at it. There are glowing letters using fluorescent paint. They're on some sort of paper. It's a card? The one who claims this. This now belongs to you. Keep it on you always. This is a key to the exit. Let no one know the existence of this card. Otherwise, you will die. You know, with all the times that the floor masters stress that they can't lie, it's pretty funny that they decided to lie hugely on this card. But like, it makes sense why they did that, just because they wanted to make sure that people didn't exchange information about what card they got. Otherwise, that just defeats the whole purpose of the main game. What is this? Ooh. Miss Sara, are you unharmed? I hit the card before I could even think. I'm okay. Looks like the lights came on. Let us look at the other rooms to see if anything occurred in that moment. Look at the card text. Look on the back. On the back of the card was a strange image. Keymaster? The other text seemed to disappear, so what does Keymaster mean? If I don't follow those rules, I'll die? I feel like I'm being led by them again. Okay, so it begins, right? Sara found the Keymaster. I think at some point So must have found the sacrifice, because it was in that secret room. I don't know. At some point, Kyutaro must have set the cards. I don't know. I have no clue when you would have had time to do that. It must have been before, when people were doing their first trials. Except So had to have caught him because that's an important plot point. Yeah, I have no clue when Kyutaro was setting these cards. Maybe it was right after Sue Miley's introduction. Who knows, man? We'll think about this again later. Maybe it'll come up. I just forgot about the details because my memory sucks. I'm in my dementia era. What can I say? All right, let's go to Central Hall. Right? So we have Kyutaro and So next to each other, which really makes me believe that Kyutaro must have set the cards after Mishima died, and So happened to see him doing that. That must have been real dangerous, though, for Kyutaro to do that, because it would have been so easy for anyone to notice him doing that. But anyway, what is that? Where there had been nothing before, now there were stairs. Is this another trap? Now when this get here? Don't tell me these stairs lead to the main game grounds. Don't know about that, but whatever the case, but we gotta go. Damn it. It's just gonna be a trap anyhow. What do you think, Sarah? Everyone's on edge right now. If we go, we should get everyone together first. But you heard about the main game, right? We're gonna pick one of us to die? Of course I don't want to take part in it, but how are we supposed to feel any unity? You might have a point, but... Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna try and believe in you. We'll go up here when everyone's assembled. Anybody tries to go up on their own, I'll catch them but good. Please don't be rough, okay? I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Don't even say it, girl, don't even say it. Look, Miss Sarah, there are these stairs here now. Wonder where they lead. I don't know, but Miley left a few spots of blood. I'm sure she went up there. Miley? Did anyone else go up? I only just got here, so I don't know. Has anyone gone missing? I can't imagine anyone would go up these stairs on their own, but... You aren't thinking of going up, are you, Miss Sarah? I'm telling you for your own good. You should refrain for now. Okay, just because you said that, I'm definitely gonna go up now. What are you gonna do? More importantly, there's something I want to show you. Eh? Come to the back of the cafeteria. ... Please. He really did not want to say that. Ah, so. I wonder what he wants to show me. Alright, should we look around? Should we follow him? Just to be contrary, I'm gonna look around first. Oh, it's our two besties. I'm sure nothing bad will happen now. Here, wipe off with this. Thank you very much. Tch, damn puppet. As if you even got a change of clothes. You too. Kana looked at me with very surprised eyes. They weren't the trusting eyes she'd had before. I lied to Kana. Because of that lie, I deeply wounded Kana's heart. Sister killer. It's all because Miley said that awful thing. Hey Sarah, you think you could look for something Kana could wear? No problem. Oh, is this not when, you reach out to Kana and then she, flinches or whatever? Any change of clothes is fine. Strip that flirt's pants off for all I care. That's harassment, girl. And assault, probably. Let's not do that. It feels a little jarring for you to be saying that right now. Okay, I guess I can't speak to Kana. Boo. Okay. Let's go inside the bar. Ruh-roh. Alright, let's talk with our bestie. Joe sits alone, hanging his head. Wants to be left alone, huh? Leave in silence, talk to him. Let's just joke around, lighten the mood. Why so droopy, Joe? That ain't like you at all. Okay, what kind of joke is this? This just is unnatural. I'd say that right back to you, Sarah. Well, yeah. It's kind of calming here somehow. Wonder why. I've never had a drink in my life. Hey, Sarah. Do you really think Keiji's a cop? Oop, there it is. Eh? Joe, have you been doubting this whole time? I mean, just wanted your opinion, Sarah. Both of them are true, and wrong at the same time, if you think about it, right? Because he was a cop, but he's not anymore. But at the end of the day, he is lying, so let's go with that. For real? What makes you think so? It's just a hunch, I guess. I feel like no policeman acts like that. Well, there's cops in plainclothes. I don't think it's good to suspect, just... Huh. So you do believe him, Joe? Me? I can't think there's someone siding with the kidnappers among that bunch. Huh? Now that's strange. Wasn't Joe the first one to suggest there was? But the more I try to believe, the more suspicious I get. Listen, Sarah. Could you look into KG a little? Me? Nah, sorry. Yeah, pretend I never asked. Because he wants to believe, he suspects. One thing's for sure. It's better if we know more about each other. For my own survival, too. Ooh, evil Sarah. Whenever that red text shows up, you know something's up. Sarah? It's nothing. What am I thinking? Leave it to me, Joe. You serious? Don't push yourself too much, Sarah. I'll leave him be. Just something to bring up before we move on, though. There were some comments on my previous videos where there are some of you who mentioned that you think Joe knows who KG is, with regards to KG being the one to kill the policeman. But going off of this interaction, it really does seem like he doesn't know who KG is. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so suspicious, right? He would just outright not like KG at all. But we can see that he's clearly conflicted and he wants to believe in KG. And he wants to believe that no one here is a mole or in on Asunaro or what say you. So yeah, that makes me lean more towards Joe not knowing who KG is. So yeah, let's get back to it. Should we go to So now? Why don't we finish up the Kana side quest, if you will. I think what we had to do was go to the game room and go into the blue room. Yep. What? Kana is sitting in the chair. This is a doll. I can't see the parts hidden under clothes, but everything seems disturbingly detailed. On the doll's hand is written, "Please use as you wish." Ugh, it's so creepy. I hate it. As I wish. This whole scenario, like, I know it's not what it seems like, but it's still so creepy. Even the clothes look exactly the same. Stripped off the doll's clothes. Alright. Even if it's a doll, it feels awkward to just leave it here. Yeah, no duh. I place the Kana doll in a discreet spot. Sorry, Miss Doll. Okay, so we have another instance of us learning about the dolls. I really like that part. The fact that the revelation about the AIs and the dolls are kind of sprinkled in chapter 1 before we really get to see them, you know, in person, if you will, in chapters 2 and 3. Okay, so now we can go and see what So is up to. I wonder what it could be. Oh, fuck. Never mind. No, we can't. We can't go to So right now because we need to finish up this plot point. Side quest. Sarah, you found anything Kana could wear? I found this in the blue room. What? Ain't this the exact same uniform? Creepy. Why the hell have they got stuff like this prepared? Thank you very much. Kana. She looks even more feeble. Gently put hand on her back. Kana. Kana knocked away my hand in surprise. Hey, Kana. Easy now. What's up? I'm sorry. Please don't be nice to me anymore. I'm afraid of having hope. Yeesh. See, Mishima, this is what happens when you lie to kids, alright? It comes back to bite you. Kana went running off. Sara, hey, what's the deal? Explain the lie told with Mishima. Keep silent. I wonder what happens if you keep silent. But I don't want to miss the interaction with Reko, so I'm not gonna pick it. But I have a feeling that you tell her anyway, just because these kind of choices very rarely actually change things, you know what I mean? Whatever, it's fine. We'll go with the first one. I'm scared. I'm sure Reko will tell me I should have told the truth then. But Sara, look me in the eye. Don't sit there and brood over crap. Eh? Talk to me. Or are you just not listening to what I say? I understand. Aw, Reko. She's so sweet in her own abrasive way. Mishima said that? It's my fault. It's Mishima's fault. It's Joe's fault. It's always his fault. Let's go with that. Cut it out. Don't say that shit. Nobody did nothing wrong. Am I right? Sure, Mishima was the first to lie, and I don't know if that was right or not. But guess what? There was hope in Kana's eyes. You know how hard it is to show hope to a person whose heart's been snapped? Methinks Reko is thinking about stuff that happened in her own past here. Damn it. Why'd I go calling Mishima a nutty professor? Reko. Guess it ain't fair to decide he's no good just because he's a man. No, that's usually a good enough reason sometimes. I get the switch now. I'll back Kana up, Sara. It's what we do now that's important, right? Yes. Let's see, did she want to say anything else? Kana's a one thing, but I'm worried for now, too. Yeah. Reko's always looking out for everyone. You love to see it. Okay, now we can go chat with So. Right. So told me to come here, but... Miss Sara, this way. I'm over here. Creepy? What? So, is that you? I held the lighter in the direction of his voice. A door? To think this was here. Hidden room. Dark, isn't it? There's only the light from that stand. What did you want to show me in this place? Check what's on the desk. There's something placed on the desk. It's a laptop computer. Very intriguing, right? I did try starting it up. There's no power cord, but it seems to be running on battery power. You know what? It's so weird to me that Asunara decided to give Kai the laptop. I mean, they let him keep it because they must have, when they kidnapped him, they must have taken his laptop with... That makes no sense, actually. So when Kai ran to get Sara, he was holding his laptop, but we don't see it. Not only does that not make sense, but the fact that when Asunaro kidnapped Kai, they let him keep the laptop too. Don't think too much about it, otherwise the, entire plot falls apart. So once the battery's dead, it's over. Went to investigate what's on it, but... Right. This might be a trap too. What is on it? About that. This laptop is locked with a password. So you can't see what's stored on it? I tried some random passwords, but all I accomplished was draining the battery. You got any ideas? So this strongly makes me believe that the main reason So got Sara here was probably to, one, get her reaction to this laptop. At this point, he probably thinks she might have something to do with it, and kind of just, I think, trying to gauge her reaction to this laptop, see if there's any familiarity there. And B, if there is familiarity, maybe he wanted to try and figure out what the password is based on her reactions. Not the best plan, obviously, because if she did know and there was incriminating information on it, she definitely would not just blab and say what the password is. But, maybe he thought he could get some kind of idea or some kind of clue from her with regards to this laptop. Anyway, but let's continue. Someone's name, the kidnapper's organization, a birthday. Let's just go with the right answer. Aha, that's a possibility. And if it opens with someone's name, there's a good chance they're the laptop's owner. But if it's a name we don't know, there'd be no way for us to learn it. It'd be best if you could just conveniently find a piece of paper with the password. Now that would definitely be a trap. Yeah. If we just had a hint. Ah, a hint, huh? Maybe this is a hint from the kidnappers. What do you mean? There's probably information on here that's valuable to us, but worthless to them. Solve the riddle and we'll generously give it out. If you can't, it doesn't matter to us. Like that. And we can't see it once the battery goes dead. So it's like a time-limited treasure chest. I can't see them being that kind. Okay, I'm gonna stay here and work on figuring out the password. Miss Sarah, tell me if you find any clues. I shouldn't get too hopeful. But without hope, I can't think positive. Until the battery runs out, maybe So will be able to think positive too. Okay, so I guess now is not the time that we find the sacrifice card. I think that's when he gets knocked out. Jesus Christ. I remember doing this so many times when I was exploring here. Okay. Spoke to Kitaro. I can see the entrance to the second floor. Passage to bar. She's by herself. Okay. Let's go to the smoking area. Here we go. Was there just a figure there? So it definitely couldn't have been one of the main cast, for sure. That's not who this figure was. So it had to have been like, I feel like it's either like one of the floor masters or maybe the writer of the memorandum or, you know, the head of Asunaro, whoever that is. Someone who wanted Sara to find the roster, essentially, because the roster becomes very, very important going forward. The seemingly locked red door is now open. And we actually get another glimpse. We actually get another glimpse of who that person is when you go into the bedroom. The lights again. What in the world is happening? Okay, let's call out for someone. Is somebody there? I'm uneasy about acting alone. I might want to head back for now. I turned around and found the door had shut. It won't open. I've been locked in. Right, so I feel like this moment was almost choreographed on purpose because somebody wanted Sara to find the roster. And I'll probably put a screen cap of that like split second we see that silhouette in this room. It looks like somebody holding a hat. And who is that one person that we know wears a hat in this game? It's obviously, is it Mr. Chidouin as well? I think both Mr. Chidouin and the Meister wear hats. Okay, I'm actually gonna look this up right now because I don't want to look like a dummy later on. I'm pretty sure both of them have hats though in their sprites. Hold, please.
A few moments later.
So the Meister definitely is wearing a hat, and when we see the Chidouin, when we see Mr. Chidouin, when he is a floor master, he is also wearing a hat. So it must have been one or the other. I feel like it was probably the Meister. I can't be 100% sure. You know, then again, there is that whole theory of Mr. Chidouin being the Meister or vice versa. As I spoke about in my video on the memorandum theory, I feel like one of them is like a doll or doppelganger of the other. While we're not 100% sure where the Meister stands when it comes to Sara, I definitely feel like Mr. Chidouin would have wanted to help his daughter. So it's possible he left these notes, but I'm just leaning towards it being the Meister just because we know that he shows up on the first floor. And each floor master is given power, is given like authority over each floor. I don't think they're exactly allowed to travel between floors necessarily. Like, for example, Sumaili. Actually, yeah, we do see Sumaili on the second floor, but that happens in the middle of the night. So it's very likely that she's not supposed to be there, but she goes there because she needs to give Sara the roster. And again, you have people really being insistent about Sara seeing this roster. That was a long-ass ramble just to say it was likely either the Meister or Mr. Chidouin who gave Sara the roster. And I have reason to believe it's probably the Meister. But who knows, right? But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at this roster. Notes of some kind are scattered about. What's this note? Professor Mishima's name is on this, along with some people I don't know. Alice Yabusame? I'll hold on to this. Obtain torn paper. And I'm not sure. I'm guessing it was salvaged from when it was given to So. Who knows? That's the only reason I can think of it being torn off. Okay, so let's try and do this puzzle from memory. Jesus.
One eternity later.
Okay. Is that enough? Yes. Remove the painting. The wall. Okay, so I think this is where we meet Alice now. Open it. Yes. I'm getting a bad feeling. Just stay calm, Sara. I'll open it. Ooh, jump scare. Yeah. I do like the fact that the jump scares in this game aren't like actual jump scares. I don't know about other people, but for me personally, I really don't like jump scares. But for this game, like, I don't actually get frightened by these jump scares, which is nice. This is so funny. And I feel like really indicative of Alice as a character. Help. And then he collapses. So initially you're frightened because this random creepy looking man just shows up out of nowhere, only for him to faint immediately and kind of break that illusion of like intimidation, right? Initially you feel like this guy might do something, might hurt you somehow. But in actuality, you know, Alice passed out after seeing Sara because he's so frightened by her. And I love that. Like, that's really, if I had to sum Alice up using like just one scene from this game, I would use this first scene. But let's continue. Ack, what? What should I do? There's nothing left in the locker. I was pointing at him, girl. Are you alright? He's not conscious. What should I do? Should I run before he wakes up? I can't. I don't know if he's a good person, but he said help. Then I'll take him with me. Aw, Sarah's a good egg. At great length, I got the man on my shoulder. He doesn't seem to be hurt, but I should be delicate. Hell yeah, Sarah's strong enough to carry a grown-ass man. Ah, Sara. Wait, what's that? He suddenly fainted as soon as he saw me. Joe, give me a hand. Got it. Let's carry him to the others. That was the plan. Alright. So I completely forgot that we meet Alice now. For some reason I thought we met him after Now runs off. But cool. Talk to Kitaro. Hey, what the hell's with that guy? He lost consciousness. I don't know nothing. Have somebody who'd know check him. Alright, thanks. You were of great help. Oh, can we see, actually, let's go back. I wonder if we can go up to Reko. Damn it, she's not here. That would have been cool if we could bring him to Reko just to see her reaction. But I think we do get like a reaction from her when we bring him to the back of the cafeteria. So let's see. Can I bring him to the hidden room? I don't know why we would do that, but I thought maybe if So was here. Okay. Sara, is that... Yeah, there we go. That's the reaction I was looking for. Who-ah? What the hell is this about? That guy on your shoulder. Lend me a hand, please. You see, I told him what happened in the red room. Relax, he's just fainted. Who in the world is this guy? He's got a collar. A collar? Aha, he's on our side. Let's tie him up. Yep, these are totally two normal actions that you can do. But let's go with the one that will make KG think we're smart. You don't miss a beat, Sarah. What can I say? I'm just so cunning and resourceful and amazing like that. We'll tie him with what? We'll tie him with what? Oh my God, I cannot speak. We'll tie him with what? The two W's really do it. You know, they really mess me up good. We'll tie him with whatever we got available. With whatever. Like, say that 3 times fast. You can't. Okay, let's do it again. We'll tie him with I can't do it. I can't say it. We'll tie him with whatever. We'll tie him with whatever. We'll tie him with whatever we got available. There we go.
First try.
It'll be hard to figure out his situation until he wakes up. As long as he doesn't move, should be fine. Once he's up, let's leisurely question him. You know, just casually tie him up and casually interrogate him. You know, casually. As I felt a bit of relief, my attention unavoidably turned toward the situation in the room. KG, are Now and Gin still... Yeah, still the same as ever. They haven't moved an inch. Hurts me to see too. KG, shouldn't you leave? Might you want to investigate? Let's be a little nicer. Well, yeah. It's hard, but somebody's got to do it, and it just so happened to be a pro. Though this is my first time investigating a body I once talked to. Is it? What about Mr. Policeman? Did you not investigate that guy's body? That's mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, KG, that I said that. I was just trying to poke a little fun. You know how it is. It is hard for you after all, huh? Dummy. Now's got it a million times worse. Losing someone she respects. Man. This situation here, this conversation, I'm literally eyes emoji just like Joe is. No, he can't possibly know who KG is, right? Maybe he's just having flashbacks to his dad. I don't know. Like, before, Joe seems as if he's just, naturally suspicious about KG, given his occupation being, a cop or whatever. But now I'm not so sure. I feel like Joe would have been a lot more aggressive if he knew that KG was the one who shot his dad. Like, that just makes sense, right? Oh, Nankada, you've done it again, girl. But yeah, let's continue. Is there someone you respect, KG? Maybe there was. What does it mean? What does it all mean? Man, it goes back to that freaking question every single time, huh? Like, it really feels like Joe is pushing for KG to bring up Mr. Policeman. But the only reason he would have to do that is if he knew that KG knew his dad. You know what I mean? Now I'm not so certain where I fall on whether I believe Joe knows who KG is or not. I love it. I love when I get stumped like this, as much as I hate it. Okay, let's continue. A message for those in the room. Please exit the room quickly to allow for retrieval of the corpse. Retrieval of the corpse? Oh, here we go. Don't be ridiculous. I won't give the professor to anyone. Defiance will not be tolerated. Beginning fog dissemination. That gas again. No! Stop! Please stop! The professor isn't dead at all. With that, Now took part of Mishima and put it in the box Kitaro had brought. What are you doing, Meow? You shouldn't do that, Woof. Please get out of my way. Now brushed the others aside and took off running. Hold on, Meow. Gin, don't. Wait. Now this is no good. Sarah, Joe, let's give chase. Please, Now's lost her cool, so treat her carefully. Aw. Even when, there's a situation like this, Reko is insistent on people, being sensitive and understanding towards people like Now and Kana. So despite how gruff and aggressive Reko can be, she's still very soft-hearted. Which, interestingly, reminds me a lot of Alice. That's kind of similar to what I said about Alice too, right? Where both of them seem very intimidating at first glance and when you speak to them. But ultimately, they're very kind-hearted and sensitive people. I never thought about it that way before. This is a very tense situation though, so let's get back to it. Huh? Where'd she go? No way. Did she go up the stairs? Okay. Right. I almost forgot that the cafeteria is right after the pink room. So it's likely that the moment she rushed out, that's when Kai intercepted and pulled her into the kitchen. So they could be in the kitchen right now. It's shut fast. I can see the kitchen through the glass. Huh. So it might not have been now then? Because if you can see the kitchen through the glass, then that wouldn't make sense. Then they would be able to see Now and Kai. Okay, so that must have happened after. Kyutaro isn't here. Did he go to the second floor? What do we do? Split up and search. All right, Joe. Can I trust you to the floor? Can I trust you? No, you can't. Can I trust you to the first floor? Won't it dangerous with just you two? Yeah, I know. Won't it be dangerous with just you two? Could be a dangerous date for sure. Don't do this, man. Seriously now. Well, if you're late coming back, I'll go help. Let's hurry. This is the second floor, eh? Lots of doors. Where could she have gone? Okay. Let's go ahead and check them all out. She's not here. A statue of what looks like a penguin. I'm not a penguin. What is this about? I'm guessing it's just a joke, but it's just so funny. Like, hello? And it never gets explained? Come on now. The spa is full of warm water. Let's go ahead and fill up our bottle. Ew, why does it look like that? The liquid looks like red in there. It's that hot, huh? Next room. Well, uh-oh. I know that Gin pretends to be a cat and a dog, but let's not put him in a cage, please. That's my boy. That's my son. Big Sis Sara. Help, meow. I was looking for a Big Sis now. An iron cage? How can we... I wouldn't go touching that. Too late. Big Sis Sara. Gin. It's sinking lower and lower, meow. Yeah, we can see that. No, Wolf. I'm scared. Help me, Big Sis Sara. Alright, relax. Lift up the cage together. Destroy the cage. Alright, let's try that. I pulled the trigger on the revolver before I could think. Damn, you could have shot him. Keiichi's just like, yeesh. Get me out of here. Gin. Oop, R.I.P. The cage stopped, completely buried in the ground. Gin. It's not budging. What should I... There, maybe? Huh? Yep, it's a ladder. How the hell did he know that? How can you tell? This way, Sara. A ladder leading down. Gin, are you okay? Okay, don't say anything, I guess. A green switch. Shouldn't go carelessly touching anything else. What the hell? What am I supposed to do then? Oh, there we go. I'm lousy with machines. Something's written here. Bird cage game. Free the bird, hostage, in the cage. I like how they put that in parentheses just so you understood what they're talking about. Hold down the green switch to raise output to maximum. Don't let your guard down. Wicked masks will come kill those pressing the switch. Like, what the hell, man? Nightmare fuel. Shine holy light on the masks and wait for an opportunity to keep holding. Alright. So we just hold down this button, but if masks appear, let go and shine holy light? Wonder what light it means. There's a flashlight below the machine. That'd be our holy light. Picked up the flashlight. Should I press it? Yeah. What? Looks like it's starting. Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is much easier to play, like, on a PC. Before, I used to play on my laptop, and it was so freaking hard because I didn't have a mouse. All right. Like, I wonder what these things are, though. Like, are they dolls? Creepy-ass dolls that they made specifically to kill us, potentially? Messed up if true. Ah! Come on. I'm almost done. Hell yeah. Whew. Can he be freed now? The flashlight stopped working too. Oh well. Gin, can you open it up and come down? Gin. I bet that was scary. It's okay now. Keiji picked up the trembling Gin and set him down. Aww. And he's good with kids. He's the complete package, alright? Big sis Sarah. I love that line delivery that I just did. Anyway, it's fine. We're not here for my voice, okay? We're not here for that. Gin dove into my chest. Gin, it's okay. It's okay. Sniff, sniffle. Now, let's go. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Okay. No now, huh? Seems the second floor was a bust. I hope Joe found her on the first floor. Speaking of Joe, right, I made that promise. Okay, so from what I remember, if you try probing him, he doesn't say anything, or he gets suspicious or something, so let's ask about Nao's well-being. Do you think Nao is safe? If she's on the first floor, then I'd guess so. Probably. But her heart's gonna need mending. From losing her dear teacher. Come to think of it, you also said there was someone you looked up to. Did I say that? Come on now, I know you don't have dementia like I do. Yes. Do you not want to talk about it? Ha ha ha. Okay, you're really as sharp as a tack. Was. Means it was someone in his past. Okay, never mind. I think it was this part where you... Like, I think he likes it if you don't push. These choices are kind of arbitrary. They don't really mean anything. But, you know, I gotta do it. I gotta do whatever Keiji likes. If you don't want to say, I don't mind, but... Nope, don't really want to. Well, then I won't ask. Yep, you sure are funny, Sarah. Wahaha. Got it. I'll do this. If we survive that main game thing, I'll tell you. Huh? So you're saying we're really going to do the main game? That'd be easy to avoid. These people aren't going to allow that. And once it begins, everyone will be serious. And myself, I don't want to die either. Keiji, I'm disillusioned, I don't want to die either, I definitely won't lose. Maybe I'll just go with that. I'd hate to die too. Nobody wants to die. It'll be an ugly struggle, that's for sure. Maybe we'll all come to hate each other. But if you survive regardless, and you're still curious about me, I'll be fine with telling you and you alone. Okay? Not weird at all? Not strange to say? But I think that's supposed to kind of drive home the fact that Sarah is a really important person, right? Everybody in the group, for the most part, trusts her almost implicitly from the beginning. You know, you have Nao, you have Kana, Gin, Keiji, right? She's very much the main character in the story. And I do like the fact that there's an in-game reason as to why that is too, right? She's the main character because the story and this main game quite literally does revolve around her. And that's kind of a mystery that we're still trying to figure out. You know, the reason as to why this game seems to revolve around her and what exactly Asunaro has planned for the group. Right. Just be ready. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Do we need to do the mirror thing yet? I don't know if we need to do this. I think we need to complete this, and that's what gets us to the main game, right? That opens up that area or whatever so that we can go. So we don't need to do this right now, and I think you can't even complete it until you find Nao, so that's fine. Let's go back to the central hall. Huh. Are the lights out? That's strange.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Okay, so this must be, I think, when Kai and Now are in the kitchen. And also, this is probably when that whole sequence plays out, right? Kai manipulates Now, he gets her to agree to help him get the laptop back, and then that's when Now goes to the hidden room and hits So over the head with a frying pan, which sounds like something out of Clue. But yeah. That's really intriguing, though, because the lights are off, which is really good for Kai to get that laptop back. But why would the kidnappers do that? There's no real incentive for them to turn the lights off, because why would they want to help Kai? They don't even really care for him. You know, he was added very last second just because he was meddling in things. Which makes me wonder if Kai knows of a way to turn off the lights in this facility. And this might be something that will help in one of the theories that I have about this game regarding Kai and Joe, but I won't go into that until later. I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Just keep this in mind, right? Potentially, maybe Kai knows how to turn off the lights. Just because I don't feel like the kidnappers, like Asunara, would want to help Kai or would care to help Kai. It really doesn't matter to them who has a laptop. I feel like at this point, I don't think they're that pissed about this laptop being in play. I think that happens later, right? In the second floor. Do you guys agree? I'm going to say, leave in the comments below what you think about this moment. I feel like personally, this was Kai's doing. But who knows? Maybe there's something I missed. That's always possible, as you all already know by now. All right, let's go ahead. I can see the kitchen through the glass? Okay. I feel like that doesn't... You probably can't, right? The lights are off. You shouldn't be able to see anything. Fuck. Every time. Every time. Back of cafeteria. Can we go in the pink room? Yeah. Alright. Here we go. And the lights are on here too from this lamp. So was lying face down in the darkness. Ah, it's okay, he's breathing. Hey, get a hold of yourself. So's body is limp. Sarah, check the surroundings. Right. Gin, could you look outside the room? Alright, here we go. There's nothing on the desk. The laptop that was here is gone. Look up at the ceiling. Sure, why not? Nothing out of note on the ceiling. Why is that even an option? There's signs of him being whacked in the head. Alright, let's go ahead. Check under. While looking under the desk, I saw a green glow toward the back. It's a familiar card. Keiji and Gin aren't looking this way. Flip over the card. Sacrifice. Sarah? What a freak. I quickly returned the card to where it was. So, you've come too. Did he see that? Ugh. Ow. Did I pass out? You got whacked in the back of the head. Doesn't seem to have caused bleeding though. That's awful. Who would do that? Ugh, I've been had. The laptop's gone. It must have been stolen. Did you see what was on it? What was the password? Why is he crying? Is he just a good actor or is he actually upset? I didn't figure anything out. Not the password or what data was on it. Oh well. It must have been inconvenient for somebody, so somebody used the confusion to steal it. Somebody on the first floor. Who could that be? Let's find Now first. Hold up. Joe's searching the first floor. We shouldn't be hasty just yet. Oh, you're supposed to meet up with everyone. Whoopsie. We'll round everyone up. We should take the time to sort things out. Is there someone malicious in our midst? Yeah, you're looking at him right now. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Miss Sarah. Were you looking at something earlier? The way he's pressing Sarah about this makes me think that So already found the sacrifice card, right? Because if I'm remembering the CGs properly, the sacrifice is a card that he picks up when he's tailing Kyutaro, which makes me think that he must have planted that card there earlier for someone else to find. And specifically, he was hoping that Sarah would find it. Obviously, he already knows that you can switch the cards around. You're not going to die if you show it to someone else. So he was hoping to try and make it so that Sara got the sacrifice card. But of course, she already had found the Keymaster before it, so she doesn't take the card. And as a result, he decides to later on give it to Joe instead. So right, his first, I guess, plan was to have Sara be the sacrifice, because obviously the sacrifice is not a good thing. He knows that much. But unfortunately, that doesn't work out. So he goes with plan B, which is give it to the bestie. B for bestie. All right, but for now, let's dodge the question. I don't know. What are you talking about? Yeah, two can play that game, so... Huh, I see. Creepy, as usual. All right. Let's go meet up with everyone. I believe we have to go to the bar. Oh, yep, and there's Kai, of course. Oh, Miss Sara and company. Kai. Yes, I am Kai. All right, glad we all got that squared up. Is something the matter? We were just talking about all meeting up. Come to think of it, Joe was saying to come gather in the bar. Huh. The lights are restored, so at last I can move. Shall we all go together? Alrighty. Jesus, where are we supposed to go again? Bar. Sara. Joe, did you find now? She wasn't on the second floor? You mean she's up and vanished? Oh no. Looking around the room, I found almost everyone but Now had already assembled. Just what is going on? Man, he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to, add his 2 cents in. He's just showing off what a good actor he is. Well, now everybody calm down. Who is the person tied up there? Such an annoying bunch. You all, plus this Now makes everyone right? Ah. Hey, you woke up. Remove these ropes. So long as you don't want me to crush you. I almost forgot how eccentric Alice is. That's a good word for him. This guy's a little riotous. That's also a good word for him. That's troublesome. All chicken, are you? I might have brought in someone dangerous. Talk to him. Do you have a second? You. Yag! Again, what is it? The dichotomy? Is dichotomy the right word? I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to look like a dummy.
Later.
A division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. Ooh, look at that. I used a word correctly. But yeah, I just meant the contrast again, right? Where at first Alice is posturing in front of everyone and being I can take all of you out if I wanted to. And then the moment he sees this high school girl, he screams at the top of his lungs because he's scared of her. Why is she walking around freely? Hurry, hurry. Somebody capture her. What's this all of a sudden? I know. Oh, yes, I do. This girl is bad news. Calm down. Could you start at the beginning? And could you drop that weird tone of yours? Look at me, getting so disconcerted. Now and again, he goes back to being all, unbothered. Is this guy playing a joke on us? Listen, we don't have time to spend on you. But I'll allow a little time for inquiries. We'll decide whether to untie you after that. Say again? Do not try to act superior, blonde rascal. Ooh, scary. You handle the questioning, Sara. What? I'm doing that too? Mr. Policeman's shaking over here. Ugh. Talk to me whenever you're ready. Here we go. Oh, nope. Can't do that. Okay, you ready? Yes. Okie dokie. Then we'll begin. Questioning. Just so it's clear, me and you are equals. Don't think I'll obediently listen to you. Alright, let's go with inquiring first. What's your name? Please tell me your name. And if I say no? He won't tell me. I can't remember. I guess I'll threaten him. Threaten coolly and logically. If you refuse to even talk, I have no obligation to untie you. Wait, they're really chafing me. These ropes. I get it. I'll tell you a little. Seems he's willing to talk now. So let's ask his name. Please tell me your name. It's proper for you to give your name first. I'm Sara Chidouin. Just Sara is fine. I am... Gonbi Yamada. Call me Gonbi. It's one old-fashioned name. As if yours isn't Cubetaro Hamburger. That's Cubetaro Burgerberg to you. Wait a minute, how did he know what Cubetaro's full name was? Don't worry about it. Maybe they talked about it before Sara came in. Gonbi, huh? Alright, let's ask our next question. What's your occupation? My occupation is, well, I'm a salaryman. Dressed like that? Urk. That looks like a prison uniform. Fool, Japanese uniforms don't use this pattern, and the pajamas are vertically striped. You sure are knowledgeable on the subject. Ooh, why you... Was that a trap? This person seems quite tiring. Wow, even getting told by Kai. True, I was in prison for a somewhat long time after borrowing from people a bit too much. Larceny, then. Surely even you've accidentally perma-borrowed a video game or two, right? Well, we didn't go to jail for it, girl. That said, I was doing my time diligently, as a model prisoner. And yet suddenly, I was brought to this place. So even this person is a victim? I know his name and occupation now. I'll try asking something else. Okay. Do you know the kidnappers? What do you know about the kidnappers? Such a pest, making me answer everything. You won't answer. I don't think doing the same thing, but maybe if I do it hotly and emotionally. Unless you want to be punched by Cubetaro, please tell me everything. I absolutely won't submit to violence, so don't even bother, alright? Okay, so that kind of threat won't work. Pacify. Ask him for his say. Is there something you want to say to us? Untie these ropes quickly, pig face. He's talking like this to a high schooler when he's a grown-ass man. Come on. So mean. Oof, crocodile tears, yes? It's no use. Sniffle. I went too far. Then would you talk to me? I knew those were fake tears. No, I won't. Seems I need a little something more. Oh, something that I realized like by mistake later on. The first time I did not know about this, but if you click on him, you can like actually hit him. Gwah, now that hurt. Don't punch me, Kay. I don't think that does anything though. I think that's just supposed to be funny. Can't you be calm, Mr. Gonbi? I'm always calm. I'm not your enemy. Can we stop arguing? Humph. True. All it does is make us hungrier. What? Yet, I don't care for these methods. This is no equal conversation. I need to make another push. Is there anything else that I can pacify him with? He dropped the insult. Okay. I don't know, like you say the same thing then? You want your ropes untied, right? You know what I'm trying to say, don't you? A threat? I thought you meant no hostility. Flip your thinking. If our positions were swapped, Gonbi, do you think you'd untie me? Very well. I suppose I can tell you a little more. Surprisingly, he seems to recognize he's dubious. I'm glad he feels like talking. Alright. What do you know? I have zero information. Before I was brought here, I had rare plans for a visitation. But when I entered the visiting room, no one came. By the time I started to find it odd, my senses were already fading. I don't know if this was like done intentionally, but I do think it's intriguing the fact that he was brought into the visiting room. And we find out later that the reason he signed the Asunaro vow, like his wish, was to meet Reko again. So again, it's that kind of like dark, ironic twist that Asunaro does with most of these wishes that these characters have, where yes, they fulfill the wishes, but it's always done in a very like mean-spirited way, right? So I wonder if that was done on purpose, the whole him going to the visiting room, right? Because technically he does get to meet Reko like he wanted to, but obviously it's in the middle of a death game where either of them can die, and where one of them does eventually die. When you think about it, that's astounding. The organization behind this can free a prisoner? If Gonbi is telling the truth, at least. Next question, why were you hiding? When I awoke, I thought to myself, yikes, this is a big yikes. Indeed. Hey, couldn't have said it better myself. Some vocabulary on this guy. A speaker said something about a trial, but it was all foolish. I had already committed myself to hiding. Right, so that is when he kills Hinako without even realizing it. I locked the red door and lay in wait for a long time. Just like a tiger, waiting for its prey. So he got scared and holed up. However, several times I did hear nearby sounds too dreadful for this world. What were they? Don't try to feign innocence. Huh? Just put your hand to your chest and think. Has Gonbi gotten some misconception about me? What I'm most curious about so far is those sounds. If I can confirm what they are, it might tell me the reason for his attitude. Alright. Sounds? What exactly did you hear? That feigned ignorance. How it annoys me. Irk. Can't let him be freaked out. Okay, let's pacify him. Ask him for his sake. Sara Chidouin, how many have you laid hands on? What do you mean? I know your crimes. It's no use playing dumb. Don't be pompous about it. Seems I need a little something more. I guess threaten hotly? This is going nowhere. If you don't answer me properly, I'll do something terrible to you. Something terrible? Do you really have the guts? Maybe I lack the intimidation for this. Okay, coolly. You talk some, but if you won't tell me the important parts, I can't untie you. Too bad. Gah, surely I've answered at least a few of your questions. Then I'll cut just a little bit of your ropes. What's the point if they're not untied? Grrr. He's starting to show signs of talking. What the hell else am I supposed to do? Speak calmly? Can't you be calm, Mr. Gonbi? What? I think you've made some mistake, Gonbi. Foolish. This perfection? Mistaken? That's right. It's because you're so perfect that it's easy to assume you're mistaken. A blatant lie. Don't belittle me. Instigating him is no good. I think I'm just a step away, though. I don't know, I'll hit him. Now that hurt. Don't punch me, Kay. Never mind. I need to be forceful. Alright, girl. This is going nowhere. Ooh, something terrible. I'll do this. Do what? Don't tell me. You'll shoot? Hold on. Haste makes waste, you know? Humph. I'll tell you what you wish to know. Alright, I think I can finally ask him. Sounds? What exactly did you hear? The sounds of a gunfight. Say what? My ears caught it. 9 gunshots. As many as 9 people died. That would have been Russian roulette. Oh. I waited for the shots to cease and opened the door to see the situation. And there she stood, the killer wielding a gun. And she stubbornly chased me. Sara Chidouin, it was you. So you were scared and hid, got in a panic because of the gunshots, then saw Sara with a revolver, foamed at the mouth, and fainted? Don't give such a biased summary, guys. The more I learn, the more unfortunate he seems. But I can't imagine he's a villain. Will you assist us? We're in the same situation. Will you help us? Did you hear what I said? Who would assist the likes of? I told him our story so far, and about the Russian roulette game. Say again? So all of this was a misunderstanding? Caused by my too superior insight?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Yes, that's right. Understood. Untie me. You gonna help us? Hahaha. You're all fools. Who would assist someone they don't even know after hearing about the main game? Someone among you will surely turn traitor, and only soft-hearted fools will die. It can't be only me thinking that, correct? Oh, I love this moment. I just had to say it. It's just such a nice moment to really encapsulate the point of this game, and also like a really good moment for Joe. Joe, what are you doing? Joe removed Gonbi's ropes. What is this meant to be? I've given up on suspecting my allies. Huh? I just can't imagine it, that there's a bad guy in our midst. Mwaha, Given up on thinking, eh? What do you know about these people? Well, yeah, I don't know anything, but it's what my heart says, so what else can I do? I'm not smart anyhow, so I'm gonna believe in this feeling. You say such cheesy things. Oh well, as thanks for untying me, I'll let you go without retaliation. So, no will to help out? I refuse, but I won't interfere. So long. Man, being called cheesy sure is making me embarrassed. Ooh, the song! No, stop it! In contrast to Joe feeling awkward, the mood seemed to be lightening. It felt like we could be unified again. But I couldn't forget. The person who attacked So is out there. Now then, should we go search for Now altogether? Yeah, that's it. Let's split up and search. Sorry, I'm still not feeling great. Is it okay if I rest? Oh hell. Ginkana, you guys rest here too. Okay. Guess we'll hold down the fort here again? I don't wanna, meow. Gin pushed So away and approached me. Big Sis Sara, I want you to take me, love. What should I do? Alright, come with. I feel like if you don't take Gin with him, I think he just stays with Rekko, because either way, he can't be in the bar because So and Kana are supposed to be here alone together. So I'll take him. Although I am curious, I want to see what happens if you don't. I think all of my replays I always took him with me, so let's look at that. Gin, you should rest here. Woof, woof, I'm begging you, meow. Then come with me, Gin. Don't cause trouble for Miss Sara. Okay, meow. Aw, I feel a little bad. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what would happen. Alright then, let's go, Sara. Okay, let's see. So and Kana are resting in the corner. You okay, Kana? I don't want to put any burden on Kana. I'll keep checking on her from a distance. Yep, so now we gotta leave them alone so Kana can be gaslit a little more. In retrospect, I feel really bad for Kana. She's just getting, like, used and manipulated by everyone. You hate to see it. Okay. So now I think we can find Kana. Now we can find Now. Maybe. The door to the kitchen. Okay, never mind. Oh, maybe now, is this when we do the mirror thing? I can't imagine, like, is there anything else that we can do? I don't think so, right? Oh, she didn't fall down this large hole, surely. Come to think, there's this hole even go— Oh, okay. I just read that wrong. Sorry. I'm in my illiterate era now. Where does this hole even go to? I would like to believe she's safe. Yeah, I bet she is. Blue room? Uh-oh. Whoa, what's this? Isn't this me? It's a spitting image, like I'm looking into a mirror. Oof, our enemy's got some wild hobbies, huh? Man, don't make it weirder than it has to be, KG. One thing about KG, he will always make a situation worse. You gotta love that about him. It's eerie how detailed it is, yet I can't look away from that intricateness. It's amazing. But when was this made? You couldn't pull all— Jesus, I cannot read today. You couldn't pull this off without a lot of long, detailed observation. Who could accomplish such a thing? Right? Makes me think either Mr. Chidouin or maybe Joe were tasked with doing that. It doesn't seem like Sara knew Midori, right? She didn't sign the Asunaro vow, so it makes me think that similarly, Midori wasn't in her life. So the next person who would have been observing Sara and kind of keeping a log of her emotions and thoughts and feelings and, important milestones in her life would likely be Mr. Chidouin, who we know is a part of Asunaro, or was, anyway. Yeah, the fact that it flashed over to Kai, who's her stalker, makes me think Kai wasn't tasked with that. And we do know that he wasn't, right? He was only tasked with watching over her. Watching over the Chidouins. So yeah, it definitely had to have been Mr. Chidouin. Whereas I guess for Midori, he was like observing several characters, which I can't even imagine the time he had to have taken to do that. Although I do wonder if maybe there were other members of their families or people around them who were also observing them, just because that would be a lot to put on Midori. So like, for instance, we know that he had a big role when it came to Gin and So. With So, they were like besties for a very long time. With Gin, he was his guidance counselor, and Gin told him pretty much everything. Whereas, like, with Kana, he was just like the ice cream man. How close of a relationship could they have, really, Makes me think that there must have been other people in their lives who were observing them for a long amount of time. Maybe. I don't know. What's up? Ask about Kai. Ask who has his attention. Ooh, both of them are good. I think I'll ask about who has his attention. KG, I want to know your perspective. Is there someone who has your attention? Maybe Joe. He's such a funny guy, Now, enough about that. Want to take this doll along? What the heck is going on here? Yeah, I do think that means something. The fact that Keiichi has his eye on Joe. Why? Right? There has to be something there. Once again, Joe sus. I do think that's funny though. Like, Keiji is suspecting Joe and then Joe is suspecting Keiji. They just both are like pointing at each other. Right, understand. Heave. Obtained a Sarah doll. Yeah, not weird at all. Just walking around holding a doll of Sarah. Okay. Yeah, so we have to complete that mirror puzzle actually before we can meet now. So let's go ahead and do that. I totally will get this in one go. Don't be scared. You'll be okay with me. I know, Gin. Want a piggyback ride? What? No, I'm gonna give you a piggyback ride. Why are we competing over that? Aw, I love them. Okay. 2 symmetrical rooms, huh? Seems like you're kind of puzzled, Sarah. Can't imagine now would be here. Well, yeah. Okay.
2,000 years later.
I stood in front of the mirror. Now everything in the room is symmetrical. Something outside the room moved, making a loud sound. Way to go, Sarah. Let's take a look outside. Do, 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 do. The passage is open. Can we go in? Back hallway. Pick up that key. There's something on the floor. A key. It's got a tag. The key to the kitchen, eh? Come to think of it, the kitchen is the only place on the first floor we haven't been. Since the key's here, Nash shouldn't have been able to get in without breaking the window. But we should check just in case. Yep, best to be simple and methodical in your investigations, Sarah. Obtain the kitchen key. Okay, can we check out these rooms yet? No, I think we checked them out after. Right. There's a large red door in the center. The number 9 is displayed above the door. What could this number mean? If I'm remembering correctly, that's the amount of participants, or like the amount of people who are still alive or something, right? I'm not gonna count them all, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, so now we can go and check the kitchen. The door to the kitchen is shut fast. I'll use this key. Can now enter the kitchen. Jesus. I love the way she's standing. That's totally natural. That's now. Please stay away. Hey there, settle down now. You especially, please. Yeah, she still remembers when you talk shit about her professor, okay? Back off. What did you come here for? Please leave, Sarah. Now is really riled up. Ask her reasons. We're on your side. We won't do anything. What in the world happened? As if you don't know that. I won't hand over the professor. Now doesn't want him to be taken away. That's locking the door is so funny. What are you doing? Now no one else can enter. Will you talk to us? You really didn't come here intending to take the professor? Right. Please believe us. Since it's you, Sarah, I'll believe you. Well, can we come a little closer? You put your back to the door and stay quiet, please. Roger that. Sarah, why did you come here? I need to put her at ease somehow. I was worried about you. We were worried for you, so we came looking. I was afraid what the kidnappers might do if you resisted them. Sarah, you're right. I'm sorry that I've just caused you trouble. I've been hiding here the whole time with the lights turned off, since if the kidnappers find me, they'll take him. Does this room have a light switch? That must have been when all the lights were turned off, right? I mean, I'm guessing. Weren't you scared? Did no one else come? During that time, did anyone else come by? Yep, that hesitation. I know that she forgets what happened with Kai because, like, she's so messed up, but I think she definitely does know that Kai was here. What she forgot was what he made her do or something like that. No, no one. You're the first ones. I figured as much. If someone had entered, there'd be an uproar. At this point, I think we can talk properly. Now, it's hard to say things like this, but I understand. I understand what I'm doing is wrong. I've caused all of you trouble. I shouldn't be acting like this forever, should I? What should I do? I just have to persuade her. Obviously, tell her about Gin. Now, did you know that stairs going to the second floor appeared? Huh? You don't mean an exit? No. The rooms there are just as full of tricks. In the process of searching for you, Gin got trapped in a cage. Gin? We were able to save him, but he was so shocked he can barely speak still. That's my fault, isn't it? I know how you feel now. But you can't be exposing the people who are alive to danger too. The people who are alive, that wording, Professor Mishima, is dead. Now. Wow. No. It's not funny. It's just the way I said it, okay? I'm sorry now for laughing. This is a very serious matter. I'm gonna be serious. That's right. Of course. I kept questioning him in the dark, but the professor didn't say a word. No matter how busy he was, the professor I knew always answered my questions with a smile. I was in the middle of painting it, a portrait of the professor that I meant to give him as a gift. But I can't give it to him anymore, can I? You should finish it. And what about it? And what about it? Huh? He must have taught you many things. About art, about studying, about many more important things. Who knows Professor Mishima best out of anyone? Now, you should make it back alive and finish that painting yourself. I want to paint it. Until I finish that portrait, I can't die. Right. It's sad. But this box, I'll let go of it now. The door's open. You should go see Reko, 'cause she was the most worried. Yes. Sorry about what I said, Mr. Policeman. Well, you better give our all too. Right. Okay. A box with a suspicious look. Well, Sarah, if you don't want to peek inside, you can look away. Inside must be the professor. Let's take a look. No, searching every nook and cranny is the only thing I can do. You're really something, kid. I touched the box and the lid opened easily. Huh? There was nothing in the box. What's going on here? No buts about it, it's totally empty. Was now dearly protecting a box that had nothing in it? Where did the professor in here go? Let's go with it never went in at all. Maybe now never actually put it in the box to begin with? That's a nope. I saw it clear as day with my own eyes. Right. Getting hard to tell what's the truth. even as far as Mishima's death. Huh. Nah, I just felt like saying that. Miley, wasn't it? If Mishima could revive like her, just sticking his head on, I'm sure now I'd be glad. Like a doll, huh? I don't know. Was Mishima also a doll? Surely even you can tell between a living creature and an object enough to know he was human like you, Sara. Well, no point worrying about it. Let's keep trucking along and just pursue the truth. Alright, so although it's kind of fallen off to the wayside a bit, one of the biggest mysteries in Your Turn to Die has to be what happened to Mishima's head. Obviously, it's going to be important going forward because it's, set up like this and we never really get a clear answer as to what happened. So I am kind of feeling two ways about it. One of it is the fact that maybe it got switched right at the beginning. So when the fog came in, it's possible, just like how Sue Miley was switched from, the doll version of her to the human version. Maybe they switched Mishima's head with a fake. Wait a minute. I just realized that makes no fucking sense. Because regardless, there should be a head in this box. I thought I was so smart when I was thinking that. Anyway, it probably didn't happen then, because literally, why would you do that? So then it can only be the other thought that I had, and I'm sure some of you have had as well, that when the lights were turned off and Now was talking to the professor, that's when somebody must have come in through this opening here, right? We know later on in chapter 2 that this is a way to go to the second floor. And this is the opening that Kai uses at some point to stash his laptop in there. Which makes me wonder, when did he stash that laptop anyway? Was it during the time when the lights were off? Regardless, someone must have taken his head. And I believe they had to have come from the second floor just because the door was locked at that point. So I don't think Kai would have been able to come in during that time to stash the laptop. It must have been sometime after. But anyway, so someone came from the second floor and took Mishima's head. That's what I believe happened. And I think the reason that Mishima's head was taken was obviously because of the collar that must have been on his neck still, right? So I'm guessing that someone from the second floor took his head with the collar so that they could study the collar and figure out a way to get that collar to open. Right? Because the main reason that the floor masters and all of the cast are stuck here is because of those collars. And if you were to figure out how to get that mechanism to open, then everyone could easily escape after having taken those collars off. Or well, it would be easier for them to make an escape because at the moment, the threat of the collars activating and killing them is a very big one. Right? The group can't make any big moves because of this collar. So I feel like it could have been like any of the floor masters. It could have been Sue Miley, maybe Mr. Chidouin, or the Meister even, who took Mishima's head and therefore the collar, in order to figure out how this collar works. Yeah, and I don't think it was Kai. If it was Kai, he would have mentioned it in the laptop, right? Like within the notes on his laptop, he would have made it easier for Sara to get to it. So I feel like it must have been one of the floor masters. And I don't know why, but part of me just feels like it might have been Sue Miley or whoever that mysterious person is who's working with her. Just because we know that Sue Miley isn't here of her own volition. She doesn't really want to be a part of Asunaro, at least initially. She was kind of coerced into becoming a part of it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with regards to Mishima's head and what that mystery is. What do you guys think? What do you believe happened to Mishima's head? And why do you think it was taken? If you have any differing ideas, I definitely want to know. So leave a comment below. But do not say that Gin has it in Mu-chan, okay? I know that's a theory that's out there. People think that for some reason Gin has Mishima's head in Mu-chan. For the most part, I know people are joking about that, but I do know some people are very much serious, and that just seems so ridiculous to me. Like, why? You know what I mean? Why would that be a thing? It does not make sense, okay? So let's nip that in the bud. But if you have any other theories, I would love to know. And on that note, I I was gonna initially end things here, but I think it will make more sense if we just get more closer towards the main game, because that's gonna be very long. I know that it takes at least an hour to play the main game, more than that. So let's look around the kitchen. The blue refrigerator is empty. There's some storage space for cookware, but I don't see anything resembling cookware because Kai already took it, I believe. Huh, what's this box? Please use as you wish. 361802. And of course, this is gonna be important going forward once we go to our second floor landing or whatever. Obtained a long, narrow box. I think that's all we need from here. Let's go ahead to Central Hall, second floor landing. Oh, look at that. Sara! Recco. Heard you found now. You did good, thanks. I'm sorry for worrying you. Don't sweat it, especially because you're safe. But now, we're your buds, right? Don't take off anymore, okay? But, buds. You don't want to be? If my makeup's scary, I can take it off. She's so sweet. That's not it. I'm very happy. Alright. Woof. Again, thank you. I put you in a scary situation again. I wasn't scared. Meow. Aw, look at that. Very much the calm before the storm. But it's okay, we're just gonna ignore that. There's a locked black door on the left side. The doorknob has a dial to enter a number on it. So let's go ahead and enter our number. I think it was 3, 8, and 0. Hell yeah, the black door opened. And let's go ahead and open the white door as well. And that was 6, 1, 2. The white door opened. All right, let's go ahead and check out the white one first. There's a handcuff at the end of the chain. I wonder what this is. Plus, the air in this room feels heavy. Well, this place is no good. How do you mean that? I can sense a bad feeling somehow, so please tell me. I'm betting somebody died here. I can faintly smell blood. And since there's dust, it was wiped a little while ago. I'd put the time around, yeah, maybe the first trial. Once I became cognizant of it, I understood. The unremovable raw stench of blood. The air that repulsed my instincts. It's disgusting. I want to throw up. Whoop! Ruh-oh. Don't imagine it. Feeling your limits, Sara? KG. I'll check every inch of this room. You get out, Sara. But I'm saying trust in your friendly policeman. Okay, so I'll take a moment here to say, clearly this must have been one of either the participants or the candidates who died. Not the participants. I think all the participants lived except for Kuhie, and we definitely know Kuhie wasn't here. So it had to have been one of the candidates. I'm gonna put my money on either it was Megumi who died here, just because I think I faintly remember there being like chains or some kind of restraints in that first trial for her and KG. Like she was restrained and then KG basically let her die. That would make sense because KG clearly knows that somebody did die in here, right? Because this was the room of his first trial. Which is kind of funny if you think about that. He just came up with all of that shit, pretending like he didn't know somebody died here. That's kind of like darkly funny. Or it could have also been Ranmaru, I believe. Although it seemed more like he was sitting down. So maybe it wasn't him after all. So I guess I'm gonna lean more towards it being Megumi then. Although I can't remember what the silhouette looked like. I'll probably put a picture of the silhouette here. And maybe I'll write in the notes if my position has changed. Regardless though, I feel like it was either Megumi or Ranmaru. What do you guys think though? Maybe you have better ideas than me. But yes, let's continue. With a gentle push on the back, I proceeded to exit out of the room. To think an empty room could make me tremble. It's been planted in me, the fear of death. Oh, the number is 2 now. I have no clue what that number up there means then. What do they mean 2? There's 3 people here. Anyway, let's go into the black room. I wonder what happened here. A large blackboard with nothing written. An electric paper shredder. It's a machine for shredding documents and such. There are lots of shredded pieces inside. How about it, Sarah? You see anything of interest? This? Huh? Just garbage. Probably just a waste of time to check it all, huh? Recreating the documents from all this paper would be very time-consuming. I'll try searching it, meow. Gin. Haha, Gin seems all fired up. I'll watch him till he's done. Okay. Gin is investigating the scraps inside. Maybe Gin's starting to regain his spirits too. Alrighty. And obviously, this is where So had his first trial, where he finds out about the roster and everything like that. And then he went ahead and shredded the evidence later. Do they say anything else? Now and Reko stand in the passage. I'll do my best to make up for troubling you. Seems Gin's doing the same in that room there. No worries, Sarah. Okie dokie. Hey, Miss Sarah. So, and... aren't you tired? It's not good to work too hard. You should take some time to rest. I'm still energetic. I can't rest, not while everyone else is working hard. I'd say rest is a valuable option in its own right. Still, you never know who'll come attacking you, so I know how you feel, Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah, I don't think you should go to the first floor on your own. But... hey, Joe's your best friend, right? Huh? I love how you can say he's just a classmate. No worries. Of course, I'm going to say he's my best friend. Come on now. Yes, he can be a bit stupid in ways, but he's a really good guy. Uh-huh. Miss Sarah, you trust Joe then? So what about Joe? Miss Sarah, So came very close to me and spoke in a whisper. Do you remember that vote? I had nearly forgotten. No, I'd been trying to forget it. The second trial, the vote in which Professor Mishima died. Excluding my own vote, Mishima got 3 votes, So and Now got 0 votes, and everyone else got 1 vote each. But of course, we thought that choice held no meaning. You see, I voted for Joe. Do you know what that means? Sorry, that must have bewildered you. They'll be going now. Catch you later. Joe didn't vote for himself? Obviously, that was So's way of just being a little stinker. That was clearly him trying to manipulate Sarah and kind of get her suspicious of Joe, I guess. Although if he thinks that Sarah and Joe are both like evil and don't get along, I don't really know what telling her about that would do. As in, like, if he thought that Sarah and Joe were both evil, why would he think that that would cause, like, problems for them if Sarah thought that Joe, helped kill Mishima? I don't know. I guess he's just trying to cause problems any way he can. Alrighty. So now I think we need to go and talk to Joe again. And this is probably when Joe found the sacrifice here. But I think by this point, we know that the switch between So and Kana happened where, he planted the sacrifice and then gave her the commoner card in order to get Kana to trust him. And then eventually he goes on to give Joe the sacrifice card so he can get rid of him. Joe is sitting down wearily. He's staring at something in his hand. Peek unseen from behind. A piece of paper. Kind of seems like a card. Don't tell me. Whoa, Sarah, you startled me. What are you looking at? This was in my inside pocket. It was a photo of me, Joe, and Ryoko. We were at a cafe, having a fun chat together. Do you miss Ryoko? I'm so photogenic, what a narcissist. I'm so photogenic. Hey, you said it. Ryoko looks cute here too. Sure does. Man, I miss her. Sure enough, it's unthinkable for me to suspect Joe. So, he must be just seeing shadows where there aren't any. Suddenly, I thought back. Joe got involved in this because he came to my house. If he'd gone straight home, wouldn't he be living life as normal right now? How late a realization is that? I was so focused on myself. I didn't consider Joe's perspective for a second. I had my first proper date with Ryoko that day. I was so nervous I couldn't talk at all. That day? Isn't this technically the same day? Who knows what the timeline is? I'm just gonna ignore that. Somehow, we ended up talking about you, Sara. Eh? Do you remember that time you tried to sit on a traffic cone and fell on your butt? I couldn't stop laughing. What? You promised you wouldn't tell anyone. Hahaha. It sure got the conversation lively. So then I sort of asked her why she decided to go out with me. Huh? What do you mean, why? I mean, you didn't know me that much, yeah? Really? Well, no friend of Sara's could be a bad person, you know? Funny, right? Because I was thinking the same thing. Joe, Ryoko and me made an agreement. If anyone makes Sara cry, we'll make them cry. So, like, stop looking like you're on the verge of tears. I mean, Joe, if I make you cry, Sara, that means Ryoko's gotta sock me, right? You're right, Joe. I'd better have you protect me. Yeah, whenever I see a traffic cone, I'll exterminate it. Erase that from your memory, I mean it. Aww, that's so sweet. It's so hard to hate Joe. I'm sure there's people who don't really care for him as a character, but it's so easy to like him, you know? There's always these like nice, sweet moments with Sara, or, you know, the moments where he kind of really shows his moral or like ideal, I don't know, center, if you will, right? Like the moment with Gonbi where Gonbi, put that in quotations, where he loosens the ropes and lets him go, right? Because he doesn't want to suspect anyone anymore. No matter what, I feel like Joe is not going to be like a clear antagonist. If he does know about Asunaro, I definitely feel like it's not going to make him an outright villain. There's going to be some kind of like moral grayness there that's very, that's always present throughout this game when it comes to like all of these characters. So that was a nice little moment before shit hits the fan. Let's get out of here. Well, actually, does he say anything else? I don't think he does. I'll rest a little, then get back to searching. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go to Central Hall and... Oh! Ahem, Sara Chidouin. There was a noise on the second floor. What happened? Huh? Please go look for me. I'm begging you, please go check for me. Alright, I didn't know that I was gonna say that. I'm not begging nobody. Go check it for yourself. Rude ass. Jeez. Okay, let's go ahead. Second floor landing. Let's go to the back. See, now it's 0. What does this mean? What does it all mean? Alright, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The red door is open and shines a bright white light. The counter above the door is 0. Don't tell me the people on the second floor went in here? Take a look inside. It'd be dangerous to enter. I'll just take a peek. I carefully stuck only my head into the room. And then, someone shoved me from behind. Who was that? Better not have been so, is all I'm gonna say. What? With that, I lost consciousness. Where are we gonna end up, I wonder? Huh? An extravagant feast. And of course, Sumaili on the screen. So here we are, we've made it to the main game, and it's definitely been over 2 hours that I've been filming this. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I think this is a nice place to end things. We got a lot done, which is great because I really do want to finish up this part so we can finally head into chapter 2. As sad as, this main game is going to be, I think the game or the plot really gets going in chapter 2, right? That's when we start figuring out a lot more of what's going on with the death game and with Asunaro. And so that's when we're really going to do a lot of our theorizing and analyzing. So yeah, next part, we're going to be looking at the main game, of course, and finally moving on to chapter 2. But for now, I'm going to leave things here. If you liked this video, you can go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment down below about what you thought about this part. Was there anything new that you learned? Are there any other insights that you made? Or did you just want to comment on some stuff that I mentioned and brought up in this part? Leave that all down below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. But yeah, so I will see you next time. Bye.